this'll work. Yeah. Oh, this is way better.
Here we go.
Oh, this is way better.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Not demeaning at all. Hello and welcome to our first ever, that's right, first ever recording of Otakus Anonymous. I'm Nicholas Connor, also known as NC Hammer 23, and he
is Danny Motta, also known as Danny Motta. My full name, just because I don't want to get a job after this.
You don't have web personas, yeah. No, listen, as somebody with a master's degree, like there's always a backup plan. But thank you so much for checking in for today's first ever episode. We know there's not a whole lot of people listening. That's going to change with time, hopefully. We saw a gap in the anime podcast world, decided to fill it with our annoying voices because what does the internet need more than two white guys discussing their days?
Yeah, we're nothing if not opportunists.
And, you know, in the anime space, you kind of have to be.
Yeah.
There's what, 3, maybe 4 podcasts, and one of them just got deleted?
There's a power vacuum.
Yeah.
We sought to close it.
Yeah.
It definitely sucks that the main anime podcasts are like straight up in Japan.
Yeah.
Like that's unfair.
It's all right, like, because, you know, as somebody who's currently learning Japanese,
right. Who's currently taken a single class in Japanese.
2, actually.
Oh, nice.
Me and Kentaro, Sensei Kentaro, have been chilling. I've been learning hiragana. Impossible to learn. A lot of the syllables look exactly the same. And we're practicing on like how to say hello. And it's kind of embarrassing because we're practicing like how to say important phrases. And they'll be like, oh, little brother. And I'll be like, One-san. And he's like, why do you know that? And I was like, we don't need to talk about it. All right. And he's like, oh, and little sister, Oni-san. Of course. Why wouldn't you know that?
Right.
Do I know how to say goodbye? No.
What was that H word you said you were learning?
Hentai.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So what do you fuck, I don't remember the word now.
Haji. See, you're putting me on the spot here. Oh, hiragana.
Yes. What is that?
It's like the phonetic spelling of Japanese words, within characters. So there's like the A sound, and then there's like ka. Like K has its own character, and you have to remember that unless it's got diacritical marks next to it. And then the K goes to like a G, and it's an uphill battle.
It's an intense 2 classes you've taken.
But that is the thing. Listen, me and Kentaro, we're hanging out. Yeah. It's getting hot and heavy.
Oh, nice. You guys are bros?
Oh, we're super close.
He saw something more?
Well, what's funny is I have it on camera, and he's like, he's lives in Japan. He's like, is that Luffy? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, why do you have so many statues? And I was like, I'm an anime YouTuber. And it was just like, I saw the color drain out of his face. He's like, oh, cool. Another one.
Yeah.
I'd like to know how many like, oh, I'm gonna move to Japan people he's tutored.
I want to know how many people with like real intense motivations he's tutored. Like, I want to know who's coming with like a sword at their hip.
The Yakuza killed my family.
Yeah, like
I need to know how to say I found you.
Yeah, 4 fingers. Yeah. Like I need to rephrase you've killed my father. I'm here to kill you. Like, teach me that and I'm ready.
I don't need to get to functional Japanese. I just need like 3 or 4 sentences down packed. Like they just like the Yakuza starts asking questions. He's like, this is actually, I figured we'd be fighting by now.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm probably, I don't know, one amongst the many of, you know, like social degenerates who are like, oh, this is my culture. But I'm going back in 2 weeks. I'm going to be back in Japan in 2 weeks. So I was like, that'd be kind of nice to like speak a little bit of Japanese.
Yeah.
Like last time I went there, which was a week ago, and we'll talk about it in a second. But like, I was just like, oh yeah. Like I was so awkward, like walking up to people and just I felt rude, like expecting them to speak English to me.
Right.
Like, but like at the same time, like I feel like even if I spit out the most fluent Japanese of all time, they'd still probably be like, so what do you want to order?
Yeah, you know, that's tough for sure.
I see people like who like people like white people who are born in Japan and they speak Japanese, and it's like nobody believes I am Japanese. Yeah. So I'm like, even if I was spitting out fluency here, I'm still probably getting English back.
Right. Do you, when you travel, because I don't travel too much, do you get the sense of like when you step out the door, you're like, oh, I'm lost already.
Yeah,
like you can't read any street signs. Like,
well, that's what's nice about Japan is that like almost everything's in like English,
right?
Like, that's and nice. Then also I'm an Apple Maps whore.
Right.
Like if we're going anywhere, I'm like, I need to know where we're going, or I'll have it open. I always have service in another country. Yeah. If you're traveling, spend the $10, $12 a day to get service.
Yeah.
Like you'd be insane not to.
Yeah, you're absolutely screwed. The only country I've been to, I believe, is Haiti. which is similar to Japan.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just
well-known destination spot. Haiti, you're like, let's get down there. Let's rock it out.
Yeah, you know, you're just hanging out with your roommates and you're like, I'm sick of it here. You know, you get stir crazy. Mm-hmm. We got to go to Haiti.
Most people would be like, you know, Jamaica, Cuba, and you were like, let's hit up Haiti.
Haiti. It's got to be Haiti. No, I went on like an even worse reason. I went on like a church mission trip.
Oh, nice.
To like help out orphanages or like help out.
As long as they converted, of course. Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh.
It was a crusade.
Yeah,
exactly.
Had a couple of atheists in there. Have fun outside, you know, see you later.
Yeah. That actually was the crazy bit about going to Haiti is I ran into somebody from high school in Haiti. I
can't imagine, like, you know, it's like, oh, there's the Connecticut dude. Like, oh, you know, it's not.
We were like at an orphanage and my friend is like, is that fucking like Jake from 8th grade? And I was like, I like looked at him and I was like, no, it's not Jake. Like, what are you talking about? Like, ready to strangle him. And I turned around and I was like, hey guys, how's it going? So
he found you.
Yeah.
It was like a mutual, like, oh, no way.
Yeah, he came up and he was like, oh, hey, it's Danny Motta.
Was he also building orphanages?
Like, yes, but separately. Like, the same orphanage happened to run into.
It was like the two churches down the street were like, it's like, I'm going to build 5, I'm going to build 6.
It was like a meet cute in this Haitian orphanage. So it was nice. It was sweet.
I would imagine that's the cutest you can meet.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, we're just down here, plywood, hammers, nails. See, that's not why I was in Japan. I was, honestly, you know what? I didn't even do that much anime stuff. I'm actually relatively proud of myself with this most recent trip. I think the reason I didn't do too much anime stuff is because I was there with Dorothy, and she's not a weeb by any means.
Yeah.
Like, we went to Akihabara. We did a bunch of claw machines. I lost somewhere between $100 and $200 in claw machines.
An aggressive amount.
Well, so the problem is they're 100 yen.
Yeah.
And like they still use money there. Like, it's like coins are huge.
They still use money.
Yeah. Well, like, when was the last time you just like had cash on you?
Oh, like cash?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Never.
No chance.
Because that's the thing is like, you know, you're gonna rob me for what? My Venmo balance?
Yeah.
Like, you can't. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna type in the passcode. I forgot it.
I could get robbed for my Venmo balance. They just need to like overpower my self-esteem.
See, what people used to do is like, this was like a horror story back in the day where people were like, oh, like a girl will ask like to put her number in your phone and then she'll just send herself money on Venmo. And I'm like, that's genius.
Slippery. Yeah, that's great.
Besides that, no, so they still like have coins and all of that because there's vending machines everywhere. Yeah. So you can get coffees and like soda and beer out of vending machines. Here's the thing. Doesn't matter how old you are. There's just beer vending machines. If you have 200 yen, you can get hammered. You can get hammered. Yeah. And it's awesome.
That's hype.
Yeah. You can be 13 years old and just snag a beer out of a vending machine.
Yeah.
And so like they're only 100 yen. And I'm like, coins are fake. Because in America, coins are fake.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost a quarter. I'll throw a quarter at you. I don't care.
Yeah.
But like 100 yen's a full-ish dollar. So every time I'm trying to get like Kuromi, she's my number one girl. She's the best of the Sanrio bunch. You're looking at me like I have 3 heads.
I've never seen her before.
You don't know who Kuromi is.
You guys are very happy.
Who's you guys?
You
and me. Oh, me and Kuromi.
Yeah,
okay,
You guys seem very happy.
We are very happy.
Yeah.
So Kuromi is Hello Kitty's goth best friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Literally or like is it
more figuratively than anything in the canon of Hello Kitty. Yeah. The mangaka.
The thing on your phone. Don't look at
Hello Kitty.
Like,
I don't. Is there a Hello Kitty manga?
Yeah, like probably.
What would they do?
There's definitely lore. There's definitely like a sequential canon. With Hello Kitty.
How did it start?
It's like a show. It's like a show.
Is it?
It's like a show in a purse.
I know it's a purse. I have the accessories, but like I always thought it was just like accessories, and everyone was like, "I love these accessories."
I knew it first from the show.
There was, so you're hard confirmed there was a Hello Kitty show.
Hello Kitty is like the peak. Like your parents took you to a local library. And we're like, pick out a VHS that doesn't have like a gun on the cover.
What did they have? Are you telling me they had like Gamer at your local library?
They had like, how dare you
bring Gamer?
Reason to bring up Gamer, you asshole.
It's front of the brain. It's the most recent movie I've watched. It was incredible.
I know. I came over in preparation to like set all this up.
Yeah.
And you're like, have you seen Gamer with Russell Crowe? And I was like, not in it, and also no.
Well, here's the thing. Everybody has a favorite bad actor. Yeah. And Russell Crowe is mine.
That's so interesting, considering he isn't in Gamer.
He absolutely is.
Not in Gamer.
He's the main character.
Gerard Butler.
God
different man.
They're the same person.
Super different man.
Gerard Butler is, oh God. So was he the one in the movie with Jennifer Aniston, Bodyguard's wife or something?
Sam Jackson?
No, that's the wrong one. So Gerard, you're telling me Gerard Butler?
Yeah.
I almost said Gerard Way. So that's my favorite bad movie actor.
Yeah.
And he's been
Gerard Way of My Chemical Romance.
Well, I mean, my first concert. So like, if I had to choose between the Gerards, I'm probably going with Joe Rogan's cousin. But like, did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Isn't that? It's a fabric twister.
That was a really like quiet like implosion inside of me. Yeah. I was like, huh?
Could you imagine being at the Thanksgiving dinner where it's like Gerard Way and Joe Rogan being like having a conversation about like vaccines or something?
Joe Rogan like trying to bully Gerard Way into like thinking he's a beta.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's like, I mean, that being said, like, for a while, I feel like Gerard Way had him beat in terms of fame.
Yeah, absolutely.
But regardless, favorite bad movie, Hello Kitty has an anime. Kuromi is the dark and goth best friend. Okay?
Nice, great recap.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I can get back to places pretty well.
Thank God. We need that.
Yeah.
I can.
You're just heading down the path and you're like, how did I get here?
That's absolutely it. I just like end up in the forest of the conversation. I'm like, well, I'm here now. I might as well like keep going in whatever direction I'm being led.
At some point last night, we started talking about how many geese, what our geese number was. And that was, for those of you.
Comment in your geese number.
Your geese, just no explanation.
What's your geese number?
What's your geese number? There's going to be some people being like, I've only slept with 3.
Let me know what you think a geese number is, and let me know yours.
I feel like it's relatively. I feel like majority male audience.
Yeah.
You think geese number.
Your majority male audience.
That's fair. You know, like I said, us coming together.
Mine's female.
It's a great, we're going to have a 50-50 mix. Our community is basically going to be a dating tab. Yeah. That being said, wrong audience.
Yeah.
Wrong audience for you.
I have a very heavy, like, LGBT audience.
Yeah.
I can't.
So I'll bring my 6% women.
Yeah, I can't imagine a lot of lovemaking going on. A lot of romance.
You already have the dating app. So what I was saying was, Kuromi, we're spending money in like gachapans or whatever they're called, or like claw machine places, and they have like a numerous different kinds. They have the standard ones, which are like the 3 claws, and then they have these ones where like they'll have like a statue, like this ace, this ace right here, but like in his box. And on the box is a little like hole, like they'll like tape a thing with a hole on it, and you're supposed to grab the hole. I am so good at these because you have to line it up perfectly. I am nailing these. I got like 3 statues, and I realized me and Dorothy have been buying clothes left, right, and center, and we are 12,000 miles from home. Yeah. I'm just at the end of the day, I'm start handing them out.
Hemorrhaging money.
I just saw like little kids and I was just throwing statues at them.
Damn.
And I was just like, I spent like $50 tonight. I left with nothing because like the only one I got back with was Rengoku doing this like when he's like on the Mugen train like eating like the umai. It's like him with a little bento, and that's the only one I could bring back.
Right. Do you have it here?
It's downstairs. Oh, yeah, it's been a cleaning day. It's been all over the map here. But so that, and then we didn't do like the Akihabara like Mario Kart thing or anything like that.
Right.
And then we went to Universal Japan, and that was it. That was like all the weeb. There was like I didn't go to the manga museum.
You saw a Gundam.
That was by accident. That's
a terrifying way to see a Gundam.
I feel like that's the majority, like how the majority of people see a Gundam.
That's like bumping into like a Titan from Attack on Titan, just like in Japan.
Yeah.
Just a giant like.
Well, it's not moving, so you kind of got to go to it at least.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like you're not Aaron's mom. Like it's not coming at you.
Yeah.
So like you'll be fine for a little bit. So me and Dorothy tried to go to this thing like Team Labs. Yeah. Didn't book anything ahead. Completely booked out for the day. We're like, oh, it sucks. And then we're like, oh, we know how to get back, and we just hopped on a random train, heading exact wrong direction from home. So as we're riding the train, Dorothy's like, oh, what is that? 100-foot Gundam out the window. We just get off the next stop, sprint over.
On our way, good call.
Naturally, on our way to the Gundam, find the Statue of Liberty.
Interesting.
Yep.
I didn't know that's where it was.
They have one. Yeah, it's. Yeah. I shit you not, there was a Statue of Liberty 1/4 of a mile from a Gundam.
Wow.
And the Gundam is bigger.
Wow.
So like.
Do they fight? You think once a year they fight, or every 100 years?
Yeah, that just gave me the best idea of all time. Oh my God, a mech anime.
Yeah.
But each country has its own mech, right?
Right.
So Japan, naturally, it's a Gundam. It's a unicorn Gundam.
Yeah.
Or Or the Evangelion #1. I'm forgetting what it's called. It's one of those two. It's a toss up between. America.
Statue of Liberty.
You think so?
What if we have the Statue of Liberty? Turns out halfway through the season or whatever.
French traitor.
French traitor.
But they have one as well. France also has.
Right, but wouldn't it be like the Eiffel Tower?
How do you make the Eiffel Tower? Well, I guess it does have legs.
Yeah.
It has 4 legs. It would be like a giraffe mech.
It'd be like a giraffe mech. That'd be hype. I mean, you'd have to like design it a bit. You can't just like slap it into the fight.
Italy gets the Tower of Pisa.
Yes, very good. Do we make it like a Transformer where it's like it starts as a Tower of Pisa? Or is it like its arm is the Leaning Tower of Pisa? You know what I mean? Like a Hellboy kind of deal.
Yeah, that I understand. So like,
Like how much?
But what would the rest? The problem is, what would the rest of the body be? That's the thing.
Like a big like Chef Boyardee. I don't know.
Or just like a bunch. It could just be like all 4 limbs. I like the idea of the Transformer where it starts as the Tower of Pisa. And then exactly like it like corrects itself. It's like no longer leaning, and then it's just like a mech.
Yeah,
I probably have to still give that to Japan end of the day. I mean, you get the unicorn gun, and that's cheating. Lady Liberty, I feel like she got the torch. She got the book, which could be a shield. It could be like a sword shield combination. Yeah, that's not bad.
I'm like already out of statues though. I can't think of another.
I mean, there's like the Egypt.
What if
Egypt?
Egypt's good.
They get the big. They get the
Sphinx,
big.
They got pyramids.
I was gonna say cat. What is a Sphinx?
A Sphinx.
Is it not a cat?
It's not a cat.
Okay.
It's a lion with a woman's face and wings, and I know that because I was real into Yu-Gi-Oh.
That makes sense. That is how you learn culture.
All of my Egyptian lore is from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty accurate too.
Yeah.
I think they really studied it down.
When the movie came out,
the Yu-Gi-Oh movie,
yes,
not the
Sphinx movie.
Yeah, got you. Or the United States mech movie, got you.
Our movie comes
Yeah, exactly.
When the Yu-Gi-Oh movie came out, they handed out like packs of cards with like 4 cards.
Okay.
Like,
thin pack.
Very thin pack.
Yeah. Was free.
A predictable amount of, or like a predictable like variety.
Couldn't be Exodia.
Couldn't be Exodia. It could only be like 4 of like 12 or something.
Gotcha. Like I was like, there's only 5 pieces of Exodia. I thought you knew Yu-Gi-Oh.
Like, listen, calm down.
No, I'm sorry. I'm in attack mode here.
Like the second you say,
I think they're actually. Isn't there 6 pieces of Exodia?
Head, 2 arms, 2 legs.
Oh, he doesn't have the chest. Yeah, no chest. We're good.
I think that'd be a lawsuit if a kid opened up a pack and it's like the chest and scrote of Exodia. Like,
just crotch up. Yeah.
If he gets the like forbidden pelvis of Exodia.
Yeah, he's just got like a nipple piercing. Yeah.
So 5 pieces of Exodia, and you get these packs of cards. One of them's like Blue Eyes Shining Dragon for Ed.
A very good.
I'm making somebody hyped right now.
Yeah.
And remembering that, like, this
one specific guy. The one guy being like, I also saw the movie.
It's something like that. It was some weird Blue Eyes knockoff or, like, upgrade or whatever.
Yeah.
And a winged Karibo. But anyway.
I have a tattoo of winged Karibo on my ankle.
That's hardcore.
I would show you, but, like, not wearing socks. Yeah, not for free. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, subscribe to our Patreon, which you don't have. Or become a YouTube subscriber. And easy as that.
You want those
sweet
winged
ankle pics. Yeah.
Mother fluffing. You gotta chill with the swearing on YouTube now, which is tough.
You're already beyond it.
I know.
See, I will have Stank will edit this in post here. Get some bleeps going here.
That's why I'm like sweating. I'm like, you
fluffing. Hold up.
For everyone who doesn't know, all the monitors just turned off.
Hold up.
Got real upset about it.
Hello?
Nick's real scared.
I'm alone?
It's okay.
I think we're good.
There we go.
We're still figuring things out. So, how did we get here? Oh.
I'm in the woods.
No. We're in countrywide mech battles.
Oh, I agree. We should go back to that.
I think when it comes down to it.
The
thing is, the problem is, my problem is, if the United States ends up being a traitor for France, who's swooping in?
No. The statue is like hacked or something.
Okay, by France. Assuming they're still in the battle, which is a stretch.
We gotta get the Space Needle to fight the.
I feel like the Space Needle is like, you know how like sometimes Optimus Prime like gets like a trailer and like that's like his like wings. Yeah. Space Needle is an upgrade.
It's like a spear.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like the Space Needle is an underdog. Like everyone's thinking
like the call up. Like Moomin Rider of our mech TV show.
It's like the Deku to the Statue of Liberty's All Might.
Okay. Yes. All right. So the Space Needle ate the Statue of Liberty's hair.
Yes.
And now the superpower of the Statue of Liberty is passed down to the Space Needle. But the thing is, okay, so the Space Needle is being wielded by its mech, kind of like a pizza, like a Lean Tower pizza situation.
Like a pizza.
Like a pizza situation. I feel like America's got choices.
We do have good choices. We have Empire State Building, kind of boring, but
I mean, any building, any country could have the square building, pointy top.
I guess so.
China's got like 48.
Yeah. What do we have other than because Space Needle? I was proud of myself for. That's
at the Alamo.
Is that not like a canal?
It's very much a church. A canal?
All I've been told is to remember it, and I was never told.
Then very clearly you did not.
I was never taught what it was to begin with.
The canal?
I thought it was like a gorge.
There is a canal in San Antonio.
Is the Alamo not something they crossed? Is that not like what Washington came on? He crossed over.
The Delaware.
Is that not...
He crossed the Delaware.
I was invited on your dumb little anime.
Why would George Washington be in Texas?
I didn't know
that was Mexico. You did not remember the Alamo.
I also didn't know the Delaware was in Mexico.
The Delaware is not in Mexico.
What's in Mexico? You just
Texas was.
You're right.
But the Delaware is what George Washington crossed after Christmas, I think.
Now, Nick,
I don't even know U.S. history.
At this moment in our friendship, you'll notice that I am taking my film degree and using it to be a man who yells about anime on the internet.
Let's not act like my degree is not in biochemistry.
Let's not act like you're not a fucking scientist. What are you talking about?
What about when does George Washington come up in biology?
He's just a general smart person.
I'm sorry. There was no, hey, listen, did you guys hear about the Delaware in organic chemistry? We both went to high school.
Hold on, I can get myself out of this one. Well...
What are we talking about? The biology of George Washington's teeth?
All I remember, they were made out of hippo fat.
Hippo fat? How would they make teeth out of fat, Danny?
I don't know.
No.
I didn't
Bone, maybe.
They're made of hippo.
Hippo bone?
So I've been watching Mob Psycho.
Okay. All right. Yes. The well-known hard substance fat. You've been watching Mob Psycho. How far in are you?
You can solidify fat. I'm at the end of season 2.
Not if it's in your mouth, Danny. Not if it's in your...
They turn it into teeth. They turn it into teeth.
If I'm wrong on this, I swear to I will release a public apology. You're gonna what are you gonna Google?
What are
George Washington's teeth made out of? Is a good Google. That's a
began to fall out at the age of 30.
Jesus.
Adventures. Come on, dog. Okay, George Washington.
That's the guy we put in charge.
George Washington
couldn't brush his teeth.
I feel like teeth isn't a requirement.
To be the president?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You need teeth?
You can't maintain your oral health? You expect me to let you know the nuclear codes?
In the year, like
1776.
Thank you very much.
That's what I did not trust you to know it.
I was gonna say 6.
In the year 6.
Hippo.
You can't. You're leading Google. This is fake. You can't. You're telling Google what you want to hear. You can't.
Bone and ivory. You're correct. So I've been watching Mob Psycho.
Okay, and how is it?
Season 2, wicked big jump from season 1.
Yeah.
Huge jump.
Yeah.
So season 1, are we spoiling Mob Psycho? I don't know the etiquette.
I mean, it's Mob Psycho season 2 is like 4.5 years old. So I think you're good.
I haven't seen it till now.
If we're talking, I'll talk season 3 in a day of the week, but that's only been over for like 4 weeks. The manga's been done, not the manga, the webcomic's been done since 2017. So catch up.
I'll dance around spoilers.
Okay.
Season 1.
It's not like a spoiler. Like, nobody dies. Who dies? Nobody dies.
Nobody
dies, yeah.
I feel like that's a spoiler.
Nobody dies?
I just got to a bit where you think his family died. I think his family gets burned into a crisp.
Oh, you're right. His house gets
I'm sorry. Are there spoilers?
Yeah, you're right. His house gets... I completely forgot about the house fire thing. Yeah.
Anyway... Season 1, I'm like watching it. It's like a little, like it's goofy. It's by the guy who made One Punch Man.
His name is One.
His name is One?
His name is One.
Hype.
He goes by One.
Hype.
Yeah. All capital letters.
O-N-E?
That is how you spell one.
Here.
If I, I guess it could be W. I guess it could very much be W-O-N.
Different things.
Yeah.
Season 1, it's like very One Punch Man humor, which like, I'm not
makes sense.
The biggest into, like, I'm not really into like gag anime so much.
Did you just call One Punch Man a gag anime?
How is it not a gag anime? He fights a naked like Piccolo monster in episode 1.
A naked Piccolo monster.
Piccolo. Like a Dragon Ball Piccolo.
He fights like the Colossal Titan in episode 1, and he kills a crab. Not a gag.
Crabs in underwear.
He is a foil to the shonen genre. He is not. See, here's the thing. I'm gonna get on my soapbox here because I recently filmed a YouTube video about this, and I also recently finished caught up to the One Punch Man manga.
Am I in trouble here?
You are, all right? And I'm calling your parents, all right? Yeah. They're very far away, but they will be here eventually.
Easy. Watch it, old man, with a
all right, let's not, you don't turn 24 tomorrow. You have one more year. One more year till your brain is fully formed, all right?
Thanks for doxing my birthday here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, people might wish you happy birthday.
That's fine.
Hey, listen, since this is coming out on Sunday anyways, Danny's birthday's already happened, so another 364 days till you get to celebrate for him.
Get ready. Anyway, you're like 40?
So I am 96. I look fantastic. So Saitama is a foil to the shonen genre. He is not a gag character. It's just he doesn't fall into the standard tropes of your standard MC. And because One Punch Man does generate and acts like a shonen in the majority of other like spheres, like obviously like Genos goes through like power-ups and all these kinds of things. But because Saitama doesn't have to fall down to get back up, everyone's like, oh, gag character. No, he just gets stronger without having to go through the tropes that Goku and anybody else goes through. And they're, oh, he's limitlessly powerful. So is every MC in their respective universe. What fight genuinely has Naruto, Ichigo, Goku, any MC not rose to the occasion of? Gon consigned his entire future to kill a femboy ant. Okay, MCs rise to the occasion. Just because Saitama does it differently, he is not a gag character. I relinquish my time, Senator.
I don't know what I did. I like hardly remember my stance.
This is not you. This is me yelling at the world. Okay. Sometimes you just get caught in the crosshairs, baby.
Okay. I'm gonna collect myself.
Please do.
I'm gonna allow you to collect yourself.
I am 10 toes down.
You feel collected
I'm
here?
very collected. Yeah. This is peak collection.
I'm horrified to see what you are as a mess. Saitama's not a gag character necessarily. That's not what I was saying.
You're back on the right side of history. I like that. Okay, cool. Podcast dissolved day 1.
Yeah. We arced. We did the arc.
We did it. Yeah.
Lobster in underwear?
It was a crab.
Call that a gag.
It was a crab.
Crab in underwear? Call that a gag.
He wasn't infinitely powered then.
Big purple.
It's funny.
Big purple.
Things can be funny.
It can be funny.
Yeah.
However, super partially a gag anime.
I mean,
I would say. Also, I can't wait to like to reap only like negative press from joining this podcast.
You're like, listen, I die on this hill. This is not a popular opinion. So if anything, it's me catching the flack here.
No chance. See, I got a very sweet, you made a community post telling everybody on your channel that this was happening.
Yeah.
And I got a very sweet comment being like, oh yeah, I'll definitely check out Danny Motta's YouTube page. Like, if he's doing a thing with Nick, I want to see what he's about.
And then you saw them in your comments later and was like, I made a mistake.
I'm gonna get like torched like the second this episode comes out.
No. Just as long as you don't go on another hill about how God of War is the worst game ever created, we should be good.
I think I can do that.
You think you can stay off that hill?
I think as long as I'm unprovoked, I think I can do that.
As long as God of War fan, like it's things when people poke the bear for me, I double down. It is a problem. It's an addiction.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, MHA women, I want them to be better written. And everyone was like, you're the problem. And I was like, because I'm asking for better women representation in anime. And everyone was like, there's plenty of useful women. And it's gotten better in the manga. Definitely not quite there yet in the anime. But oh my God, did I double down? You should have. You should have been like,
you gotta look at the comments.
You should have been like, I haven't even played the games. I just don't like them.
Yeah. I don't even know what God of War is. Like, I saw the trailer, didn't care for it.
I don't believe in Norse people.
Yeah. Made a 30-minute video about how I didn't quite care for that trailer.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I feel that. I double down pretty hard, but like, I like to double down with the intention of being like I get real submissive. Like, I'm
And breedable?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
I get real, like I spread my teeth.
Now we found the dynamics. So now we know the dynamics is that, you know, you roll over and die and that's completely fine.
Well, so in the God of War comments, I like to be like, or whenever I have like controversial comments, I go in and I do a very sweet like, oh, like, these are my thoughts, like, further elaborated on.
You do like a 3-comment thread.
Yeah.
Like, please read it.
Yeah, I'm like, I do like just to like, oh, hey, like, thank you for the respected feedback, blah, 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 and do this. And then they come in
You're
hard.
You're better than me.
It's like not even, like, it's still cynical. Like, I do it not to be like, oh, yeah, like, maybe I was wrong. Like, I do it so that then when they come back and they're like, yeah, whatever, puss face, like, I'm
soy
like,
boy.
I have receipts that I've won this discussion.
Yeah, you're like, you are the bad guy. I actually, now that we're talking about video games, there is a little bit of news that I wanted to talk about today. Because, and while this isn't technically evergreen, One Piece Odyssey came out recently, and people are saying it's incredible. Mostly based on the fact that Robin's boobs are really big.
Oh,
yeah, that's which is I think at the end of the day, it's a JRPG. People say it plays like a JRPG. It looks
great.
I just don't like turn-based games.
Oh, gotcha.
I get bored.
Wow.
I just like, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta click, and then they gotta click. Like I never played XCOM. I can't do crowd control. I hated Dragon Age Inquisition. Despised it. One game of the year, I bought it.
Not turn-based.
What, Dragon Age Inquisition? Yeah, but it's crowd control. That's my issue. When I'm top down on a group, when you're top down, there's like 3 of them. You got to control what your archer's doing, and you're in your melee person. Infuriating.
You're playing Dragon Age Inquisition in a very strange way.
That's how you're supposed to play it.
It's just you can play it regularly.
You can. You can.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to.
But if you're having a horrible time and you're going to start a podcast,
I couldn't find the first.
Just telling people.
Couldn't find the first dragon. Anywhere, and then couldn't find, and I was just like, this isn't for me. Albeit I was like 16, not a fully formed brain. Maybe I go back to it at some point. But so what I'm saying is, turn-based games, never my speed. But I've seen a couple of Robin's moves. She uses CN Fleur to make big old feet and stomp people.
Now you're on board.
Listen.
Now you're on board.
Sometimes you just gotta know what the audience is looking for.
Sometimes that's just what it takes. I love a good turn-based game. It makes me feel like L when I'm like...
You're like, and all the pieces are coming together.
I just like sit there and I like look at all of my options in like a Fire Emblem, in an XCOM, and then I'm like I hover over my like rook chess piece and I'm like, move.
Yeah.
And they go and they shoot the alien in the skull and I'm like, perfect.
See, I couldn't... knowing my luck, I would get right next to an alien and like whiff a shot, and I would be like, all right, that's enough.
That's tough.
It's like the people in when they play Fallout and they like only can use the like slow motion. That's and I'm just like, and it keeps missing, and I'm like, I like to be in control. I play video games to be in control. I don't do the team things. I couldn't play Diablo because of that. I'm simple. I got a simple brain.
Diablo's also not a team-based turn game.
Yeah. Well, no, but it's top down.
You played World of Warcraft,
which is not crowd control. Also not turn-based.
More turn-based than like a Diablo. It's like all cooldowns.
Yeah, it's all macros technically, but yeah, and it's fun.
I don't understand.
Well, it was fun, and then you get yelled at by some 35-year-old who hasn't left his bedroom in 4 days, and you're like, I was 14. So like, you know, they were like, oh, stop pulling DPS and like aggro. I was like, I barely know what that means. It was fantastic. It's a great way. That's how I learned to type quickly. That and RuneScape. You know, people were like, oh, like, why can you type so quickly? And I'm like, bro, do you know how fast and how many times I had to type like scimitar for sale? Yeah. Like looking for what was the blue metal? What was the blue metal?
I didn't play RuneScape. I have no idea.
People are just, I can feel people screaming. Blue metal.
I'd come out of this episode looking good, let me tell you.
Blue metal in RuneScape. I don't remember. Mithril. Come on, Danny.
Sure.
Why you
say
how
anything?
were you like a Wizard 101? Maple Story?
Maple Story, hell yeah.
Actually?
Hell yeah.
Good for you. Wow.
Maple Story was hype. We had like a billion classes. I was just like out there like grinding away.
It just seemed like the best way to like destroy a ThinkPad. Like it looks like it would like light a ThinkPad on fire.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's sick. It was cool. It was very like just all grind. It was like every mission.
Just like no fun whatsoever.
Zero fun.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, like baby's first MMO for sure.
Okay. Did you play Neopets?
I played a little Neopets.
I loved
Neopets is more of a concept.
It was also communist.
What was it?
There was the huge omelet, and everybody could eat from the omelet when you were like broke. You could like go to the like it was like a soup kitchen for like 10-year-olds. It was awesome.
That's right.
Yeah.
Was it? It's like a browser game, right?
Neopets?
Yeah. Also, real quick, wow, I'm glad you brought up your water bottle indirectly and inverbally.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this.
I'm not compensating for anything. I'm confident in who I am.
It's embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing.
It's embarrassing for me.
No, it's not. It's just
I come to your house with my little shrimp dick water bottle.
There's nothing. It's what, 32 ounces?
I don't know.
There's nothing shrimp or dick about it. Listen, at least you're staying hydrated.
Yeah.
But this is because now your job is to yell professionally. You lose your voice every week.
It's that and the stickers help. I got sent these stickers.
Okay.
They're just Demon Slayer.
Yeah, up that. Yeah, up that. I love that you went very cardinal direction. All of them are the same level. It's cute.
I tried adding another sticker. I can't do it now.
It broke because like something's gonna lay over the top. Yeah. I took a razor to the top of this because some of the stickers went too high, which is why Robin doesn't have a forehead. Same with Luffy. A lot of foreheads were taken.
You did well with it. That's like clean.
Yeah. Like I said, I listened to My Chemical Romance, so well practiced.
Big zing. Wow.
I had an emo phase, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. So what I was saying was One Piece Odyssey, said to be game of the year, but since we're talking about games of the year, Nier Automata. Tried watching the first episode. Oh my God, do I have no idea what's going on. I feel like I jumped in halfway through, like not even through like a story or a video game. I feel like I jumped halfway through like a holy story.
Right.
Like halfway through like the Quran or the Bible or something. Like it's just like there was layers.
That's sick. That's a sick way to describe it.
Yeah.
That it's like a religious story.
Yeah.
That's funny you say that. Not the religious thing, but that you feel like you were thrown in the middle.
Yeah.
Episode 1 of the new Nier Automata show is just the tutorial of the game. That's what the game is. And that's what I also...
Because she's like a jet at one point.
She's a bit of a jet.
She's a jet and she's got a katana. And then there's this thing that's like flying around with her and can shoot big lasers. And then there's dude version of her who's not wearing a skirt.
Right.
And also only made it halfway through the episode before I had to start like filming YouTube. But her skirt never came off.
Yeah.
Which I had a problem with because when I brought up the anime, you were like, the first thing you said, the first thing he said about Nier Automata was, oh yeah, if she takes enough damage, her skirt comes off. And I think that was him trying to sell me on it.
That's the first thing there is to say about Nier Automata.
And
for those who don't know, Nier Automata is a hype game.
Is her name Nier?
No, I don't know what Nier is.
I think she's 2B.
Her name is 2B.
I'm so nasty, it's ridiculous. Okay.
2B and 9S.
Okay.
Is boy her.
Okay, gotcha.
It's this dope game from Square Enix from 2018. And it's like this weird, insane, like, think Metal Gear Solid in terms of like meta genre bending nonsense and like convolution.
Gotcha.
Really cool RPG. And the tutorial of the is like you start off in that robot thing, like it's like a
in the like fighter pilot. Yeah.
You're like, it starts as like a bullet hell, and you're like in a little jet, it's top down.
Gotcha.
And you're doing like regular.
Sorry, we're having technical issues today. This is the first time we've recorded, and it seems as though our cameras want to keep overheating. So all of the weird, like, oh, Nick and Danny are talking about something, and now for some reason it's changed entirely. That's because either my desktop has decided to go to sleep, one of our cameras has decided it's time to not record anymore, or one of our cameras has overheated. So we appreciate you sticking with us. But yes, we're talking about Nier Automata. You're explaining to me why there's a skirt exploding mechanism.
So, right, Nier Automata.
Yeah.
You guys know how in Mario, when you get the mushrooms,
the skirt exploding mechanism in Mario.
Similar.
Listen.
Similar, not dissimilar.
They want to give that to Peach in the new movie. I would not complain.
In Mario, you get a mushroom, you become a big boy. Then you get hurt, you become a little boy again. In Nier,
I would call that normal boy.
Normal boy.
Because that's 3 to 5.
He starts as a little boy.
I'd say he's average.
He's small.
I'd say, listen,
small.
I don't think this is a podcast that can point fingers and go small. I don't think that's within our capacity. I'm just saying, glass houses. When it comes to small, I don't know if we're allowed to point fingers.
I'm a medium.
I am 26th percentile of height. Speak for yourself.
What are you, a baby?
I
don't know your percentile.
Who doesn't? Of course I do.
Are you a fresh little baby?
I am. Yes, fresh out of the womb. It's what? It's what? Is a dark spot for me here. I went to the Children's Museum, which was science. Got measured. They were like, all right. I was 12 years old. But I was gonna be 13 in like 2 days.
Okay.
So I was like, they're like, how tall are you? They measure me. They're like, how old are you? I'm like 12. They're like, you're gonna be 6 foot tall. Because I was X tall at 12. Yeah. Like, you're gonna be 6 foot tall. And I was like, oh yeah. And my mom was like, he turns 13 in 2 days. And they were like, you're gonna be 5'7". I lost it just because of the year. They were like, you're gonna, and then their prophecy came true. Wow. They cursed me.
Wow.
They cursed me.
Yeah, that's tough.
That minimum wage worker.
They did it because they were interrupted.
Yeah.
Like, mom was like, oh, he's gonna be blah blah, and they were like, 4 feet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just shrunk. I was already beyond it. It was like, my bones. Help. This hurts a lot.
Help me!
Not ironically, not the worst experience I had in a museum with my mother. My mom, for some reason, brought me into a fine art museum in Washington, D.C. I think because it was free. And there was this painting and it had like letters on it. And so my mom's like exhausted. I'm running around being terrible. And I think she's just sitting on a bench somewhere. I'm running around looking at all these like wartime, like big boat, the big wooden boats that used to shoot at each other, like paintings. And
yeah, like a boat.
Like a boat.
I've read a boat.
They float. Yeah. And so there's like letters, letters sometimes when they make words.
I've read about letters.
Yeah, it's like hiragana, but English. And so I'm like, I decide because I'm a child and I need to see where I'm reading. So I was on a page, except I was following my finger across the painting, reading on a $1 million painting, probably. Bouncer comes around, child with Cheeto dust on his fingers, touching a painting. And he's like, you can't do that. And I was like, I'm a child. Yells at my mom. My mom's like, and this is why I love my mother. Not my fault at all. She was like, if she didn't want, she was like, as we're getting thrown out, she's like, if they didn't want to be in touch, they wouldn't have put him out there. And I was like, fucking A right, mom. Thank you.
Just as you were leaving, did the bouncer grab you from the hood of your sweatshirt and was like,
and just kicked me out?
It was like, if you think you're getting taller than 5 feet, you're fucking mind.
It's like, you'll never be a bouncer.
Yeah.
There's a height required, even for a fine art museum. You should know this.
Yeah.
I was one of my favorite memories of all time.
I also had a traumatic way of finding out I wouldn't be tall.
Okay.
I was at the doctor's, a regular doctor. And I remember I guess a pediatrician. I don't know, the doctor's visit where your dad still sits in.
I would call that a pediatrician. Yeah.
So my dad's sitting in. I'm 12 or 13 or whatever, and he's checking me out, and he's pulls on my waistband, and he looks down at my little 12-year-old situation.
Yeah.
And he does a little eyebrow bump, and he looks at me.
That's the last. Nope. You see, jail immediately.
And he's like, he's not gonna be very tall. And I was like, what is this? What do you mean? What are you talking about? And that's it.
Assault?
Yeah, not great.
Assault?
Not the best. Not the
I'm
best.
burning that doctor's office down the next day. Are you kidding me? First off, never eye bump. Ever.
Yeah.
Do not look at my childhood.
I remember at the time though, he does an eye bump and I was like, pretty good, huh? And then he's like, not gonna be tall. And I was like, huh?
I like my story much more. Yours feels illegal. Mine feels, that man shouldn't be practicing medicine. I just had a tough day as a child. I was still out,
I didn't say, I was trying to one-up you. And
it was a fucking alley-oop.
Yeah.
Put me down. So now that we're talking about childhood penises,
let's
get back to Nier Automata.
I was going to say, anyone who wants to know about Nier, I guess can look it up.
Yeah.
I'll never finish that.
Yeah.
But anyway, the show... I'm going to blow right through this.
Yeah.
The show is real sporadic, like you were talking about. And
I had no idea. She got attacked by a digger, like an
like a big machine, like a big industrial machine.
Yeah.
First boss, tutorial boss.
Okay.
That's so interesting because the game, it like goes through like 4 different genres of game through the tutorial. Where it's like a top-down bullet hell shooter.
Okay.
Then it's like a regular like flying shooter, and then it's like a JRPG like action game.
Okay.
Real crazy, but it has that Mario mechanic where when you take enough damage, you go from a big guy to a little guy. But instead, you go from a woman wearing a skirt
to a woman not wearing a skirt.
Exactly. It's a real innovation from Square Enix.
That's fantastic.
Yoko Tano.
Are they also the people who made Bayonetta?
Yoko Taro? No, that's Platinum.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, I feel like those two minds come together. Like, hey, this woman's clothes are her hair.
Yeah.
And this woman's clothes are her armor.
It's similar.
You know, and so they come together and they make just the world's most atrocious ecchi game of all time. Yeah. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah. But Nier, so you didn't finish the episode.
No. I had to make the choice today, Vinland Saga or Nier Automata.
You made the right one.
I feel like I did too.
I'd be so interested to see you play the game now, though.
Okay.
And I know you've stopped streaming.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But like that's what I make my return on. Everyone's like it's like One Piece Odyssey comes out, MHA comes to Fortnite, like all games I would play, and it's like no skirt exploding.
People are into Nier.
Of course they are. She's hot and her clothes are combustible.
Yeah. What's cool? So I also didn't love the first episode. Bad CG. Terrible CG.
It was a weird mix of incredible CG. No, a weird mix of awful CG and really good animation.
Yeah.
And I was like, mix up, but like just like spread the money just a little bit.
It's tough. But
she was like, when she was like stanced up, she's like stanced up in her jet, and I was rolling laughing.
That's tough. It's real tough. She looks like a little like a cake topper.
Yes, exactly. Like the bride and groom atop a cake, but jammed into a jet. Yeah.
It's tough. But so I wasn't real into it, and I was also like, oh damn, this is just like the game again. Like I was hoping this would be like an expansion or like a new story with the characters.
Yeah.
But the ending, which you obviously didn't see, there's a post-credit scene for anyone who cares. There's a post-credit scene that's really cool, where it gives some lore that's not in the game. So for one, I won't spoil it.
Okay.
There's twists. It gives some lore. The presentation's weird, but also it's like they show up. The 2 characters show up.
Okay.
And they're like in the game.
9S and 2B.
9S and 2B.
Got it.
Real good. In the game, there's like tons of different endings, but they're like bullshit endings where it's like
all bad, or like Detroit Become Human. Like there's a ton of endings.
There's like actual like where your choices result in an ending.
Yeah, okay, so like Detroit Become Human. Yeah.
And then there's like someone gives you an item and it says like this fish is poison, or this fish will go bad in like 2 days. And if you wait 2 days game time and then eat that fish, your character will die, and like a credit sequence will come up and it'll say you unlocked ending F. So there's some like bullshit gag.
Okay, gotcha. All right, yeah.
The end credit sequence, they show up and they like explain this. They're like, Nier, the video game of Nier Automata is known for having multiple endings.
Yeah.
And this is like one of them.
Like the anime is one of the endings.
Maybe. There's some speculation. Either that, or maybe every post-credit sequence will be like an ending. Because the post-credit sequence ends with like a gag where they like touch the black boxes and there's a nuke, and then it's like the planet exploded but it looked gorgeous from Earth, ending blah blah blah.
Got you. Okay, so it's like additional time in Blue Lock or any other show that's ever like Hunterpedia, something like that.
So that's sick. It's like a new.
So you're just watching the episode specifically for the ending? You're like, those 30 seconds at the end gotta be...
It's almost like if you want, you can consider watching episode 1 how you unlock video game ending Z or whatever.
That's kind of cool, actually.
So that's hype.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of nice. So if it came down to it, so the real winner, One Piece Odyssey or Nier Automata, who are you taking? You can only have one horny game. One Piece Odyssey, Nier Automata.
Dude, Nier's really good.
Yeah.
Nier's very, like, story-wise, bangs.
Okay.
Like, sex appeal, bangs.
Yeah.
Obviously. It's one of those like Japanese games where like the dialogue's a little cheesy and the voice act's a little cheesy, and so you're like, oh, I'm just playing for the gameplay.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, they hit you with some nonsense like tear-jerking craziness.
Yeah.
And you're like, I didn't even think this writer was capable of like this insanely like
it like vaguely reminded me of Vivi of the Fluorite Eyes.
Yeah.
But like
very like that.
Not nearly as like well animated.
Yeah.
Because Vivi was
gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Oh my god, that was such a fun season in anime. But speaking of fun season in animes, I think thus concludes our training arc.
Yeah.
I think we should talk about our best boys.
Oh yeah? Who's your best boy?
So I guess we should probably explain how best boy works.
No.
We shouldn't.
Who's your best
you know
boy?
we never explained Goose Number.
We
never explained. We brought up Goose Number. We're like, what do you think it is? And then never gave the payoff.
You know what else I thought about?
What?
We never explained like who we are. Like my audience may not know who the hell you are.
It's all a possibility. I yell about Naruto online, and I also yell about other anime.
He's a big explain boy.
I explain things.
Yeah.
You know what's the most fun part about fiction is overanalyzing it. And being like, if this was in the real world, it would be like this is what I do for a living.
I agree with that.
And you watch yaoi anime and yell about it.
Yeah, if you had to describe it, I watch Yuri on Ice and nothing else.
Yeah.
According to Nick.
Yeah. If it's two
I'm a
boys,
Yuri on Ice content creator.
if it's a two guys, will they, won't they? You better believe Danny will yell about it.
Look, is my niche teenage boys falling in love over an extreme sport?
Absolutely.
100%.
Nothing wrong with that.
100%.
Why I love Blue Lock.
Good genre? Blue Lock, Skate the Infinity, Yuri on Ice, Bungo Stray Dogs a bit.
Yeah.
I'm sure tons others.
If you don't think Blue Lock is about Isagi and Bachira falling in love through the medium of soccer, I'm sorry, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
I do like anime commentary videos where I just scream at and about anime as I watch them. It's like reaction, but jokier.
I was gonna say it's like reaction, but reaction.
It's like reaction content, but like
I like that you're separating yourself. Like I'm not one of those.
I'm pretentious. I like to separate.
I'm not one of those reaction people.
It's like a stand-up comedy bit.
Yeah.
Like, well, because I also like it's more of like a legal disclaimer because
you aren't allowed to react to things anymore.
Well, so
ever since the
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll bleep this part out.
It's also like a covering my ass disclaimer when people are like, when they come at me about like, oh, well, Danny missed this and like he's wrong about this and that and this. Like when I miss plot shit or I'm wrong or being an asshole over
and you're like,
shit,
I'm just a reaction content creator or what?
I'm like, this is more like jokes and gags than like a review or something like that, you know? Like,
gotcha.
When I'm bashing a character and people are like, oh, why does Danny hate this character as if it's poorly written? It's like, it's not poorly written, it's just funnier to rag on this character, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the distinction I like to make.
So you're covering your ass.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we've established who we are.
What is Goose Number or what is Best?
No, we're leaving Goose Number.
Goose Number?
Yeah, we're gonna have to, that's just we're never explain that. Write in what your Goose Number is week by week. Yeah, actually do email. By the way, so training arc is me and Danny's. That's our free time. That's our time to chat about what happened this week. Best boy is our favorite thing that happened all week. Does not have to be a man. So like our best boy would be like, so my best boy, for example, this week is old anime fans.
Okay.
Myself.
Old age?
No, just like 30 plus.
Right.
You know, elderly, 1 foot in the grave, basically dead.
Yeah.
So
shambling.
Literally just like working from social security check to social security check.
Yeah.
Just like reminiscing,
alimony to alimony.
Just screaming about how Dragon Ball, the OG, was better than Z.
Right.
You know, being like my Fist of the North Star was the greatest anime ever made, and it's all been downhill since then.
Right.
Those ones.
Gotcha.
So old anime fans. You're my best boy this week because you got Trigun back.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for you. I sat down, I watched Trigun. It was awesome. Vash, unnecessarily hot.
Oh yeah.
So the thing is, he was hot. He was hot in the 90s. But they e-boyified him a little bit.
Yeah, I saw.
And I think I'm with it. I think I'm with the e-boyification of Vash.
Yeah. It's controversial, I've seen.
Who would disagree?
People, I don't know. There's some controversy with Trigun. They left out a character, right? There's a character not in the new one, and
I don't remember.
People think he's too soft.
Too soft?
Like
he's like, oh, like I'll listen to you cry tonight, or like,
yeah.
They're like, okay, so they're calling Vash a soy boy.
Yeah.
What? Because he uses a 22.
See, I saw him like fumbling over a bullet, and someone on TikTok.
Yeah, it's funny. It's fun. That's who he is. He's a lovable idiot.
Angry, yeah.
Yeah, he's a lovable. See, that's okay. So never mind. My best boy is no longer old anime fans. You've ruined it. All of you have ruined it. No, it's so I'm sitting down.
Boy is Trigun now.
Exactly. Yeah. Just Trigun, not the fans. No, so I'm sitting down and watching, and Dorothy's like, "Ooh, he's hot," and I was like, I was proud.
Yeah.
Because like
of Vash?
No.
Or well, like for Vash, you're like, nice Vash.
No, I was proud of her because I was like, you get it. Yeah. You know, it was like the first time I ever like seen her like look at an anime character and be like, yeah, smash. And I was like, let's go. Which is like a great segue into the fact that like I recently posted a somewhat thirst trap over like Robin on TikTok, and people were like, what if you like I'm just like, oh, Robin, like I'm beating my meat to Robin basically. And everyone's like, what if your girlfriend sees this? And I'm like, are you afraid she's afraid I'm gonna run away with Robin? Like I don't, she's not real.
Yeah.
So what if your girlfriend sees this? I'll show her. Yeah. I'll show her. She follows me on TikTok. Like she can see it. Like, oh no. Nick finds the pixels attractive. Yeah. That's the best thing I could find attractive. Yeah. Let's be real here. I can't cheat on her with pixels. Unless it's in meta.
Yeah.
But even then.
Unless you with Zuckerberg and yeah.
Do you think that would count as cheating? Let's say.
It's the same as sexting. It's like sexting.
No, it's not human. It's not human.
What is it?
So you're just in the metaverse.
Okay.
And there's just like some AI. And you just get the smash.
Is that how it works?
No, this hasn't been made yet.
Right. You get to fuck a. I feel like the problem with I was gonna say
it's like the sex doll dilemma, but pixels.
Well, the big thing, I guess it's cheating. Because I was gonna say the big thing with cheating is the emotional situation where it's like.
So you're getting attached to the pixels.
Well, no. So that sucks that you're personally. Like falling in love or whatever with another person. But then I'm like, well, if I got with a prostitute, that's still cheating.
Absolutely. That's real.
So it's the idea, but I guess porn's not cheating.
But it's a separation of realities. You know? It's like, is it reality? That would be my defense.
I'm confused. Is your best boy fucking an AI in the metaverse? I don't understand.
I think that's where we've gotten to.
I think we need a third co-host who doesn't have ADD.
He's just like, and we were talking about Trigun.
Can you guys, if anyone cares enough, list all the dropped plot lines of this episode?
All I can remember is Goose Number. We got through Nier.
Did we?
We got through Nier.
Let me know if anyone learned anything about Nier from my explanation. We
learned her skirt explodes.
I guess so. We didn't. Okay, we didn't.
The
statue thing was sufficient.
I would say so. We never really decided a winner.
Japan.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like we've like dove headfirst into like you briefly brushed upon your My Hero Academia like controversy.
With yeah. But like, we have years to flesh that out is the thing, you know?
I just mean it's like a dive in, no explanation, you know? Like it's a real dolphin.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Just saying.
Because our generation, their thoughts are popping around anyways. You are 2 years younger than me. 2 years younger than me.
I'm sassy.
I see that. You're 24. How does it feel? You have one more year to fully formed brain. Do you think is your personality done yet? Are we gonna get like a southern twang in the next year?
Is that how it happens?
Are you gonna get big into feet?
Do accents come like quirks?
Have you ever had a friend who like did like a semester abroad and then they were like, oh yeah, like they're like, oh, Australia was fantastic, mate.
You know what? I'll come back to like the East Coast with. I'll start saying like era. You guys in the West Coast love being like
I'm from New Hampshire.
You people in the West Coast
New Hampshire
love being like, oh, he's in his sassy era.
He's in his hot boy era.
Yeah.
That's a TikTok thing. That's not a California thing. No. You know what California does? They're like, it's Cali. You know, it's like we say California. No one like on the East Coast, no one's like, oh yeah, it's Cali. It's like everyone's Cali. Everyone's indoctrinated to the in and out. The brainwash. It's not good.
Bad.
It's not. It's a $4 burger.
It's gross.
Always will be a $4 burger. But they're like, religion to them, man. It's because they gaslight each other into it. They're like, oh, you love In-N-Out, right?
Yeah.
It's like a cult. And they're like, if you say you don't love In-N-Out, then you can't go to Huntington Beach anymore or something.
Right.
They'll just beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, they get upset.
So, yes, best boy of the week.
There we go.
Old anime fans. Vash is hot. Vash is back. Also, you have 1,000 Year Blood War, which isn't like old, but like,
it's come back.
Good for you.
You know what I want back? I want Zatch Bell back. And I'm saying that fully knowing you.
This is the second time you brought up Zatch Bell. Didn't look it up.
I know. You told me. He told me that. I don't know
also, why is there a T in there?
Zatch.
Is it Zatch?
Yeah.
Zatch.
Zatch.
Or are you just butchering Zach?
It's Zatch.
I don't.
It's like a sexy German, like. Zatch.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because Zach is spelled Zach.
Zatch Bell.
And if you were butchering Zach, it would be Zatch.
I promise.
You're sure?
Zatch Bell.
Okay.
100%.
You want Zatch Bell? Go on your
100%.
weird tangent.
Zatch Bell is my good boy or whatever.
Best boy.
Best boy of the week.
It's all written down.
Yeah. Well, because the other night when we were planning all this, clearly poorly.
I listen better than most.
Yeah. I brought up Zatch Bell because for some reason I've been on a real like Toonami kick. I've been watching.
I feel like this is like you and me with Gamer. I just keep bringing it up. I'm just like, Gamer's a great movie. You're like, no, it's not. You're like, you got to be on. Oh, that I compare.
Just wait till I tell you what Zatch Bell is.
Just wait until you sit down and rewatch Gamer and remember how great of a movie it is.
Yeah, the Russell Crowe epic.
There's some cool fights in it. A couple of people get their legs blown off.
Cool fights are in it. Russell Crowe isn't.
Oh shit, it's Gerard Butler.
Zatch Bell is. Let me tell you what Zatch Bell is.
Please do.
So I've been on this Toonami kick. I've been watching Steve Bloom as Tom, that robot, being in this sassy ass ship, being like, how's it going, boys and girls? You're about to watch a ninja go through high school.
He did the Cowboy Bebop. Oh, yeah. He did Cowboy Bebop.
He did Cowboy.
Was he the narrator? No, he's Spike?
He's Spike Spiegel in Cowboy Bebop.
Is that it?
He's the robot of Toonami.
Gotcha.
And he would show fucking trailers and shit, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Zatch Bell is it's like Death Note. Imagine Death Note.
I am.
But if with the book, you got a little boy. Also, it comes with a little boy, like a McDonald's toy.
Oh God. Okay.
So every 1,000 years, I brushed up on it.
The little boy.
every 1,000 years, I'm ignoring you. Every 1,000 years. There are these little boys and little girls and sometimes horses. One's a horse, and it stands like a little boy horse. And so...
I'm trying so hard not to interrupt because I know if I do, we're not getting through this.
It's all these... They look like dolls, but they're not. They're children.
Okay.
They live in the Momoto world. They're called Momotos. They live in their own weird, like, Shinigami world.
Okay.
Every 1,000 years, they come to Earth to duke it out, to see who's going to be the king of that world. I promise I'm making someone...
So fate.
Maybe.
Okay.
I promise I'm making one Zatch Bell fan very excited.
I hate how much emphasis you put into Zatch.
It's sexy.
For someone, maybe.
They come to the human world, duke it out to become the king. But they also come with a book. And they can only use spells. They all have their own spells. They're like Pokemon.
Okay.
They can only use the spells if they're read aloud by a human.
So they're Pokemon.
So they're Pokemon.
That's Pokemon.
It's like Pokemon mixed with Death Note. Because the notebook drops from the sky, and you get the book, and it comes with the horrible responsibility of a child.
That's actually how children are made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stork comes, drops the book.
Yeah, Shinigami drops you a book, and then you have to get that child to kill other children.
Yeah.
And then your child reigns supreme over the universe.
Yeah. They become a Momoto king.
That sounds like, oh God, Mirai Nikki meets Death Note meets Pokemon.
Yeah. It's so...
And that's your best boy.
You want to know the part that'll sell you? You want to know the part that makes it my best boy?
I don't know if it's the children, but go ahead.
I don't want to proceed now.
Okay. Keep going, please.
Zatch Bell.
Yep.
Who is the main child.
Okay.
Is voiced by Jimmy Neutron. Doing no different voice than Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, God. Oh, does he say Brain Blast at any point?
He says Zakaruga. That's his, special move.
Is the Zakaruga. He put his name in his special move. Sort of.
Well, because his name's not Zach, so...
It could be, though.
But it's not.
I feel like Zach Bell is the name of somebody.
Bell.
I feel like Zach. Okay, I'm looking up Zach Bell, and if Zach Bell comes on, public apology tour.
I'll be embarrassed.
No, you're absolutely right. It is Zach Bell.
I was so confident that the only reason I brought up Zakaruga is so people. Yeah, doesn't he look silly?
It looks incredibly silly.
He looks like a little like a little Friar Tuck.
Friar Tuck? Is that?
He's got a little bowl cut, like from Robin Hood.
What? Of all of the bowl cuts in history, Friar Tuck,
most famous bowl cut. Best look.
The fact that you thought George Washington's teeth were made of fat, and yet you have a photographic memory for what a Robin Hood hero looks like.
I know a Friar Tuck cut.
When I see a Friar Tuck cut, I notice it. Okay,
there's no running.
Those are our best boys, which leaves us only with our flashback episode. Flashback episode is news.
News. Do you have news?
I do.
Okay. Good.
Do you not?
No.
Flashback episode of the week. Phineas and Ferb is coming back.
Oh, it's just any news? That's not an anime.
It's close.
Listen, we came up with this in my defense because I understand I'm underprepared.
Okay.
We came up with this segment 2 days ago, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna crush through Mob Psycho. I'm gonna watch the episode of Nier. I'm gonna watch Buddy Daddies. I didn't even bring up Buddy Daddies.
Oh, one of my friends, literally a friend downstairs, was telling me to watch Buddy Daddies because it's Yaoi Spy Family.
I did all this homework.
I'm surprised your community hasn't put a gun to your temple to watch Buddy Daddies yet.
I know. I do 2 episode I wait for 2 episode chunks.
So you can do 2 episodes.
So episode 2 has come out.
Yeah.
They're getting rabid. I did all this homework, and I was like, I don't need news. I got all this content to talk about.
We'll get through it all.
Anyway, Phineas and Ferb, that's hype. Are they going to be adults or?
I don't think so. I think they're just coming back to Disney Plus.
That's weird because that show. Do you remember canonically how that show ends? They go to college.
They don't go to. I didn't. Trust Circle. Trust Circle.
We're late.
Trust Circle.
We're late on this.
Never seen Phineas and Ferb.
You brought this news.
I know. I've seen a couple episodes, but I saw people were really hyped about it, and I was like, "Oh, people haven't heard the Phineas and Ferb news.
Wow,
I'll let them know."
Crazy.
I've seen I think they built a Ferris wheel once. I think they went to.
They had to.
I know the Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. Yes, I know that.
I could do a wait. Ready? This will mean nothing.
I'm assuming it's Doctor. I could see you doing a mean Doofenshmirtz.
No.
It's Perry.
Yeah. Do you know what Perry sounds like?
Platypus.
Sounds like a.
This is the world's worst ASMR.
That's perfect.
There's gonna be some people who hated that.
They're gone.
There's gonna be people who hated that, and there's gonna be people who are gonna request we put that behind a Patreon wall.
Everyone's gonna love it.
I think for free was wild there.
Everyone's gonna love it.
An ASMR throat noise is a wild freebie to give away. So yeah, it's coming back.
Yeah.
It's been gone since 2015. Phineas and Ferb. I guess maybe they go to college.
How dare you deliver this?
Were they in high school?
I feel like you're appropriating.
They did not look high school age.
They weren't in high school. That's the thing.
They skipped high school.
They skip high school and they go to
Makes
college.
Sense.
That's why I'm saying there's a time skip. They all train for 6 years.
Come back ripped.
Yeah, they come back ripped.
Their heads are different shapes.
Yeah, Ferb comes back with an eye patch. Phineas has got a big. I don't know. I'm not there in One Piece. I'm making an Usopp reference.
Oh, he's got more hair and afro?
He's got more hair.
Okay, yeah. You could have just he got muscles too. Yeah. Usopp doesn't wear a shirt anymore. It's not like you're anywhere in One Piece.
I'm at past Alabasta.
You that far?
Yeah.
Oh, they're episode 25. I think you're in Logetown.
I'm Skypea.
How long have you been there?
Long.
Yeah.
Long.
Yeah.
Since I got to LA, for sure.
Oh, that's not so bad.
I have no reason to read anymore. I used to take a train to my girlfriend in Philly, and that was my reading.
Sick brag. He's got a girlfriend.
You brought up Dorothy several times.
Never called her my girlfriend. Just Dorothy.
Wow.
If you know, you know.
That's worse.
Is it? She's on first name basis. But yeah, so that's I can't believe you didn't bring any flashback episodes. No news. Wow.
Wait.
Are you digging deep?
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Just anything animated, I suppose?
I guess. Is Phineas and Ferb an anime? Listen, if you're going to consider Avatar an anime, why not Phineas and Ferb?
It's not.
They have feats. Let's power scale Phineas and Ferb.
You haven't seen it, you son of a bitch.
I've seen enough. Listen, we literally were like, it'd be fun for a 1 month special. Watch 5 episodes of a show and explain what it's about.
Is it going to be Phineas and Ferb?
It could be.
Okay.
I've seen definitely less than 5 episodes.
I gotta find some non-filler Phineas and Ferb. I gotta find some arc shit.
There's like a trilogy in that. There's no way any episodes have to do anything with each other.
I'll find some.
Okay.
I'm gonna trick you.
You'll find the first like 2 episodes.
Through line.
Yeah.
Through the whole arc.
Well, that's it. Danny has no flashback episode, which leads us to our last segment of the night.
Get through the next segment.
Which is love letters. Love letters is just, it's news. Wait, no, it's not news. Danny distracted me. It's not news. Love letters is questions that you send to us. So those questions could be sent through Twitter or the email, which is otakusanonymouspodcast@gmail.com. And in this segment, we answer the questions that you guys want to know, whether that be about us, whether that be about anime, or really anything. You could ask us how our day was. That'd be lovely. Nobody ever does that. They're just like, who wins in a fight, Naruto or Luffy? And I'm like, I could give 2 shits.
You got to get yourself an LGBT following, man.
Because they'll just be like, how are you?
I am all the time.
Yeah, no, they're just like,
real affirmation.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you informational piece of meat. Who wins in this hypothetical fight? And I'm like, I don't know.
They care for my well-being.
Yeah.
You guys are great.
Okay, yeah. So, community, start kissing boys. I'd love to be asked how I am. That's all I could ask for. So yeah, no. So if you guys want like love letters to be a part of episodes later on, please follow us on Twitter at Otakus Anonymous. I think it's Otakus Anon right now. Follow us there, and then hit us up on Gmail. And while Danny's still thinking of news, which baby. Do you actually?
I got news.
I was going to say, follow us on Instagram, by the way, as well. That's where clips are going to be. Same with TikTok. You're probably watching this on YouTube. If you're watching it, you're probably listening on Spotify. Download the episode on Spotify. That's big for us. And Danny's news.
Did you hear that there's a very small... I almost made a TikTok about this.
Okay.
But didn't want to give it the attention.
Okay.
And also, it's such a small, nothing amount of people who signed this petition.
Okay.
But did you hear there's a petition to get Chainsaw Man remade by people who aren't satisfied with the anime?
No.
There's a petition with like 2,000 signatures, which is nothing amount.
If there was 2,000 people being like, we want Nick to jump off a bridge, I would be sad.
It hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, in the grand scheme of the amount of
How many signatures? How many? If there's a petition made being like, throw yourself off a bridge, what's your signature number?
To do it?
Uh-huh.
I don't even know if I'd make it to 2,000.
Really?
My whole self-worth, when I made that God of War video, like... No, actually, yeah, for sure, like...
1,500?
Yeah.
1,500?
1,500. If the petition went up, I'd be like, oh man, this is mean and dumb. And if the numbers started climbing, I'd be like, look, I'm a people pleaser. Like, I'll give them what they want.
Me and Dorothy just watched this show called Singles Inferno, which is a Korean dating show. It's my favorite TV show of all time. Like, I would give up the entirety of like the anime catalog to watch Singles Inferno. If there was 750 episodes of it, I would watch it. But there's this one girl. She was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Didn't get asked on a singular date for the whole 10 days they're there. And I was like, if I went on a dating show and it gets revealed she's a model. That's how pretty she is.
Right.
She is a model. 10 days on a dating show, not a singular date. I was like, I wouldn't recover.
Yeah.
I would not recover. I would literally, that would be the end of me.
Yeah.
That would be it.
I would like go onto a dating show being like, yeah, like, I'm funny. Like, I'll use that. That's my crutch.
Yeah.
And then like...
Realize you do not have time.
I'd be like, I know I'm not the most attractive, but I'll charm.
Yeah.
And then 10 days later, I'd be like, am I not even funny? I'm not funny either. Like
there's no way.
Yeah, there's nothing to like.
Have I just been surrounded by non-funny people this whole time? It's like 6'3" Athenian gods are just like whisking the women away. You're just like,
that's tough. That's for sure tough.
No, come back. I would end it. So people, is it because it doesn't look like it doesn't look good?
They don't like. I kind of understand. It's like a way different vibe than what you would get from reading the manga. Where it's like, I feel like you read the manga.
Well, not the first, like the opening of Chainsaw Man's not that sad. Like we lose Himeno, but that's it.
I feel like, no, but I mean like, I feel like it's more of this like subdued, like indie grungy kind of vibe rather than like a Studio Trigger. Like they want Studio Trigger to do it, where it's just madness and like just absolute anarchy. Like you watch the anime, the Chainsaw Man anime.
Yeah.
And it's some like vibey, like weird music. The colors are all like, they're like gorgeous, but like muted and kind of like off a little. Like the sky's like a greenish blue instead of blue. You know what I mean? It's like, not stonery. It's like a little LSD-ish.
Okay. And people don't like that.
And people want it to be like crack.
I mean, it gets crack-y, but like we're in the Katana Man arc. It's not like it's as far as Chainsaw Man goes, it's low-key. Yeah. Like it's not like wait until we get to the Bomb Girl arc. Wait till we get to the International Assassins arc. Wait until we get to the Control Devil arc. Like there's so many worse arcs in terms of like this is unhinged. So like I don't know, let Mappa cook. And also like Mappa did a really good job in terms of animation. Like I
think it's gorgeous.
Everyone's like, oh, it's CG. It's not CG. Like I think Mappa did fantastic. I think Mappa employees should get to see their families. I think the guns should be taken away from their temples. Like
I think they should be released.
Yeah, sure. Like occasionally at least. Like at least by 2026.
It's also weird because like Mappa, is it Mappa or Mappa? I guess that doesn't matter.
I don't think I'm for sure that people care. I do not.
I think it's Mappa, and I'll continue that.
Yeah.
But it's weird too because like it's Mappa doing it on themselves, not the employees, obviously, absolutely not. But I mean like when it's like
they're like, damn, see you later, family.
When it's revealed that like Mappa's taking over an already like existing show, like season 2 of Vinland Saga, season 4 of Attack on Titan, like,
which didn't look great.
People are like, fuck. Let this continue looking the way it used to look. Like,
Oh, Attack on Titan stepped down. Vinland Saga looks very good today.
Does it?
Yeah, it looks great. Yeah. It looks great. They did a very good job with it. It's weird though, because like I feel like Mappa sometimes does their motorcycle intro. Like it's like there's like all the motorcycles humming by, and then other times they just straight up don't. Like Chainsaw Man, they don't do it but for Vinland Saga they did.
There's a motorcycle in the Vinland Saga intro.
It's like you know how like it's like when it would be like Viz Media or it'd be like Mappa or like whoever it's like Toei. Toei's got the weird like Puss in Boots cat.
Like,
yeah. It's like theirs is like a motorcycle thing.
Yeah, got you.
So look, I have no problem with anything Mappa has ever done. I like Chainsaw Man. I've caught up with the manga.
I kind of hate what they did to Attack on Titan season 4.
I hate it.
Yeah. You said you have no problem with anything they've done.
Oh yeah, that counts. Yeah. No, I despise. I
don't like it.
No, the Titan. They did switch to CG for the Titans. They also switched to CG for like the OEM gear. And like it just like you could see the frame rate in the background. It made me really uncomfortable.
It's weird.
Like Mikasa is still gorgeous, but like boy did they put something in that chin. Like she got big old chin. Yeah. And so it was. I feel like they did my girl a little dirty.
They lose, so like this is some nerd shit, like nerd animation minor shit, but they lost the line like thickness variety. I forget what it's called. There's a name for it, but like Demon Slayer, huge for this, where they like.
But comparing anything to Demon Slayer in terms of animation, insane.
I don't mean like it, like art style, not animation quality. It'll be like if I'm drawing in a character's head, right? The line will start thin, like up by the jaw, and then thick down towards the chin.
Yeah, for like texture and like shadowing and all that.
It's just like thickness of line difference.
I've never once, like, I have so many stickers around me, I guess I could look at that. Never once has that ever been a thing I observed.
If you just like look at Demon Slayer or early Attack on Titan, it's sick. Like it really adds a lot. And then season 4 of Attack on Titan, all the same thickness of line. Colors are whack for some reason.
What I think is like when I think like pre-Mappa is Levi versus Kenny.
Yeah.
That's
wit,
surreal how gorgeous that was. And then like after that, like the parody Siege, I don't like it. It's fine. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I will redo it. But like, it's not as good.
Yeah.
It's not as good. But okay, that's your news. That's something. There's always gonna be somebody complaining about something in the anime community. And hopefully you guys won't find a reason to complain about this because we want to do it again next week. That is all the time we have, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the first ever episode of Otakus Anonymous. We appreciate you checking in with us. We understand that the majority of it was non-directional drivel, and that's what we're going to aim for it to be in the future. So if you didn't like that, then boy, oh boy, I have bad news for you. I've been
no constructive feedback.
No. I love what I do. I'm the best at it, and we're gonna keep on that. We're keeping on that track. I've been NC Hammer 23, Nicholas Connor, Weeb Commander on YouTube as well. Like I said earlier, guys, make sure you follow the Instagram and the Twitter if you want to ask questions, and the TikTok if you like TikTok, and the YouTube and the Spotify, and email us. Why not? I mean, you won't email your grandparents. You might as well email us. Danny, on the other hand, has been...
I haven't been Danny, but I think I'm gonna.
He's getting there.
Yeah. I'll be Danny Motta.
It's a slice of life anime. He's figuring out who he is.
Yeah, being Danny Motta. That's also the title of my YouTube page if you want to see me.
Being Danny Motta.
Just Danny Motta.
Just Danny Motta is just G-U-S-T Danny Motta.
You'll find it. You'll find it. If you like Skate the Infinity, you'll find it.
You ever just wanted to watch two men
almost kiss. I never get a kiss. That's my problem too.
That is the issue. It's like, will they, won't they? When will they?
They won't. They won't.
I just want one will.
They don't is my problem.
Please. All right. We're going to go kiss now. Thanks for coming out. We appreciate you being here. Goodbye.